Be hurt, sad, depressed, whatever, but go on.
But you know what? And people don't realize this, that when things don't work the way they want them to work, don't even worry about it. Only take 5 minutes on anything less than that. 5 minutes of grief, 5 minutes to think about what had just happened. Don't worry about it. Just keep on trucking. After 5 minutes, no person, place, or thing needs more than that much attention. And then you go on, because if not, it's going to become an obsession.
Exactly.
It can become an obsession for 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 years.
But you know what? In women, we are emotional. We want to feel needed, not just by a man, by a job, just in general.
Because that's part of life. That's one of the 5 basic needs. Love.
Right. Love. Right. But you got to be smart now, and you have to shift that to say, well, do I want it from here? Or do you have to start picking and choosing? Because anyone can get love from anywhere.
Right, you can.
But is it the right genuine love? Does it have your right interest? In this love, like I say, it doesn't have to personally be on like a personal relationship. It could be a job. Do your job cherish you? Do they nurture you? Do they really love your work ethics? Do they love what you bring to the table? So women, we have to think about these things, because we, to me, are emotional creatures. So.
Right. And you know what? I read your book. I mean, I didn't read it, but I've heard about it a couple of years ago. This has been going on for a while, and I just didn't know who wrote it.
Well, it's other books out here that's similar to my book, but my book was the only book people said that was real direct. So my book actually just launched this year. In March. So I started putting the word out last year about the book, like just dropping gems here and there to say, I put it in the universe. That I'm writing this book and this is what I'm about. And I knew my competitors. There's a lot of people out here that talks about the infidelity, the cheating, but the good thing about me was I had to take a bold stand. And I was like, the title that I'm about to name this book is gonna start a lot of controversy. And it did, because when I first put it out, I went viral for a while. I had harsh emails and I expected that, because it was part of my marketing strategy. I want to be the talk of your conversation. I want to be in your DMs. I want to be in the group texts. And then once I let people do that,
pure genius,
and they followed me.
That's
when I posted the back of the book. What is the book really about? Because I never told anyone what it was about. I just put the title out there with the cover, and I wanted you to reshare. I wanted you to repost. I wanted you to do everything. So once I posted the back of the book, they was like, oh my God, like it's not what I thought it was about. But when they read it, they said, well, why did you name it the way you named it? So in order for you to know it, you have to read it. So it was all a marketing strategy, and I did really, really well.
and you showed you get your degrees worth. So but now going back to something we had talked about, when you said, now if you know somebody that's in one of these type of relationships, do you think it's okay to tell a person? Because sometimes the bad news,
right? So me personally, it just depends on the person. Some people can take it. Some people can't take it. I have friends where I'm sorry if I saw your husband with another woman. Unfortunately, I will not be able to tell you that, because I've done that before with him or someone else, and it didn't end too well. So it's like, I'm going to mind my business.
Right.
And guess what? What's done in the dark eventually is going to come to the light. So either even though I would not tell them, it's going to come out eventually.
Right, that's true.
It just depends on the person, like the people, like. If you are that one friend that I feel like, I can come to her, fine, I'll come to you. And I can read it. It's like, since I've been doing a lot of relationship research and I've been talking to people with coaches, it's like I'm starting to see through people only on the relationship aspect. Like I can see straight through BS in the door.
Yeah, me too. My little radar would just be flipping crazy now.
Exactly. And since my last breakup, because my last relationship put the put the icing on the cake that drove me to write the book. I was like, you know what? I learned so much. I did a lot of self-reflection. I said, you know, it's time to date. When I say date, just have, you know, talk to multiple people. You don't have to jump into a relationship.
And you know what? And that is important because you have to be able to know different personalities and the different types of people and get to know people and find out what's going on. You know, friendship, I found out, is more valuable
It is.
than these relationships.